Why, hello there. It's working, I think. Let me just double check. Yes, there's me. And do we have any game sounds? Yes, we do. Okay, cool. Right. Hello. Okay, so a little bit of a unexpected stream today. Which is for reasons. So, if you saw the episode this morning, I'll cover all this again once more people turn up, but basically I'm just going to reprogram this and do some shenanigans to try and get it to work. Fly down there, get some ice, come back. Yeah, and I thought I'll just do another episode on Future Wellington's channel. On the right suit, yep. And I thought, well, actually, save recording it and uploading it and all that sort of stuff. I may as well just do a stream. So that's where I'm at. So, I think I am just going to get rid of all of these. See, now that's the right direction. F for forward, F for front. And they were all facing that way. So why this thing was going in reverse, I do not know. Roll annoying. So I'm just going to get rid of all of those. And the same with all of these ones, I think. Because then I know that they are back to how they should be. Don't get any issues with ghosts or phantom timers. Just get rid of them completely. And start again. Mr. Taco, welcome. I've saved hours of frustration. I'm missing a plushie, yeah. Well, I haven't got any plushies, I don't think. I haven't found any. Do I have... Where would they be? They would be... Oh, I also lowered this landing pad as well. So, I'm put in some stuff. Oh, that's going to be quite noisy. Sorry, just hang on a sec. Sorry about that. I've got a sort of fan going in the background, trying to move some air around the house. Oh, still making noise. Trying to move some air around the house because it's been about 30 degrees today here in Aotearoa. It's stinking hot. Yeah, so I put that in there, so I think that works quite well. Right, let's put some timers back in. So, yeah, not going to be a super exciting episode today, but as I say, just I thought instead of doing a recorded episode, I may as well just do it live. So that's kind of what we're up to. So I'll put all of those back in. And yeah, I might put the remote where that timer is, which I remember putting this timer in, and I think I can just do it like this, and that way I don't lose the beacon. There we go. So the bug with the remotes is that they lose their programming when they complete their path. So I've just got to figure out a way to make sure they don't complete their path, that they reset. Which I think I can do. Evilos, welcome. That's not really a name I recognise. Welcome. Right, so we've got the remote in there. So this is what do I call this? I'm calling it ice harvesting drone. Is it 89? Can't remember. Let's just jump in here and have a look. IDH. Yeah, 89. Huh, how about that? Right. Okay. So that's good. So we'll need some event controllers, because I will definitely need some of those, but I'll just put some in and we'll just sort of program it and see how we go. Like that. Okay. So yeah, so there'll be a lot of, I think, staring at the screen like this and setting up timers and stuff is my prediction for today. So just so you know what you're in for. Drone 89. So I'll just make all of those. Okay, so we're going to need one that is ready to lock fuel depot. So I remember this from last time. Ooh, ready to lock. And we'll do the same. Ready to lock ice mine. Oh, cool. Okay. Riggs, welcome. So, as I've already gone through all this once before, so I've kind of got a little bit of a head start, but I think I'll just try and go through it sort of step by step as to how it's going to travel and move. So, timers. Let's get the timers named. Timer. IHD. So why I'm putting these references IHD 89 is just to make life a little bit easier when it comes time to setting up things, just having that reference. So if I go into here, got all these things, all these groups, but if I just do that, then it narrows down everything that's for this particular grid. I just opt for Pam. Yep. Certainly Pam has been mentioned a lot, and that could definitely be an outcome. I do quite like mucking around with the vanilla stuff. Yeah. But we'll just see how it goes. And it may be that we still try Pam as well, you know, just to compare the two. I don't know how it's going to go with the whole... not atmospheric, but planetary body versus space, because transitioning between the two is really quite tricky. Yeah, no, I hear you, Rex. I think it's inevitable that I do give Pam a go. I didn't think about it too much because, actually, let's just fly down to this because I don't even think I've got it named properly. Yeah, I didn't really think about it too much because I always thought it was a mining sort of thing. I know it's not, but sort of in my mind, I sort of thought it was a mining thing, and I was not going to use the mining aspect. It was only ever going to be a cargo transfer. And of course, it's been pointed out to me in comments that, no, you could just set it up for cargo runs, which, yeah, I did sort of know, but just my brain chose to not pay attention to. Which is what my brain does sometimes, in fact quite often. So, well, I was just going to check down here, was this actually named? So if you're not familiar with this, that's not named, Europa Ice Mine. If you're not familiar with this has the drills. Actually, I hope they're turned on. I might just check that because I did do the thumbnail down here, so they might all be turned off. No, they're on. I must have not saved. So there's no battery. So when it actually connects, and as much as, you know, there's been some things that's been a little bit annoying with updates lately, there's been some real good stuff. Let's not forget that. Like when they made connectors that they don't need to be powered to connect. Oh, that's just made so much more sense. But yeah, so when it connects, it powers this, extends that a little bit, and spins that and turns those on. So, and then when it disconnects, when it's full, that's when it stops. So yeah, that works quite well. That at least. Do hoids need a battery? No, they don't. They work. The timer works without a battery, which on Ancient Astronauts at the start, when I did some made a little bit of a hole in the ground, that was exactly what I did. I don't have heaps of magnesium here, so that's not really an option at the moment. When the grid despawn or change... I don't think so. I am concerned about that. I'll be quite honest. I am concerned about it despawning. I think it's got too many blocks. I might actually just check that. I'm pretty sure there's nothing spawned around here, so I'm not going to have any spoilers by going into the entity list. I'll just try and not look at those things. Where are we? What would I call it? The ice... Europa ice mine. So 113. I think it's like 50 is maybe the cleanup. Trash removal. Blocks less than 20. So, yeah, it's fine. Power doesn't ticked. Stationary. Also the fact that it's a station as well. I think helps that it's actually in the voxel. So yeah. So I think it's trash removal when things are ticked, that's when they go. Accelerating, powered, controlled with production. Yeah. So I think it'll stay there. Maybe, possibly, not sure. I'm hoping it'll stay there. Right, so what I will do is, yeah, I'm chewing through the old oxygen, so I might just sort that out. Oh, we could just chuck it in this one up here. Be the easiest. I'll just get some myself. And easy peasy. Okay. So, where were we? So the timers. Okay, so we need a startup timer. So this is going to be launch to ice mine. So I'm not going to do it right now, but the trigger for this I need to figure out. And the trigger is going to be, and I was just talking to Cabbage about this through the chat, because I think I talked about it last episode, but I think I deleted that in the edit. I've got this container here, which is got the prefix special on it for Izzy's inventory. And what that does is fills up the container with ice. So if there's any ice, this container will prioritize it wherever ice is. There it is there. Okay, so at the moment there's probably no ice because it would have been processing and filling up these hydrogen tanks. Normally it would go in here, but I have actually turned off the ores for this. So it's going to go into here. So when I come back and Izzy's pulls it out of there, out of the drone, it should go into, first of all, the O2 generators, and they will start processing it, and then second of all, it will go into the cargo container. And the idea is that when these are full and the O2 gens stop processing, and then therefore we get a surplus and this starts filling up, that this is as much as we're going to have. So we're only ever going to have a maximum, an absolute maximum of ice, whatever is in the O2 gens, which there's 3 of them, plus whatever, plus this container here. That'll be the maximum. If this container is full and the O2s are full, the generators, then this will not go down and get more, it'll just stay here. So that'll be one trigger, and the second trigger will be making sure that the battery's recharged on it. So that's the other thing. Have you marked it in the grid as a station or just... it's in the voxel, so it's automatically a station. This grid though, that is floating, it's you can flick between a ship and a station. It's currently a station, but you can make this a ship. Which possibly I should do actually, so that we're kind of pointed in the right way. I might just do that now quickly. Do I have... yeah, there's a thing down here. Because if I do that, Let's just hope this doesn't go wrong. Convert to ship, because I just want to turn it a little bit like so. Oh, let's just make sure we don't crash into that thing. Into the respawn thing. That's what I'm referring to. Gravity's fine. Okay, so that will just, I think, give us a little bit of a better approach. Twisting. Why are we twisting? Oh, because the gyros will be off. That'll be why. Gyros on. No, they're off. On. They're on. Why are we twisting? What's attached that's causing that? There's no pistons or anything. Come on. Why? What's causing that? It must be one of the things attached to it. Okay. We might just... Oh. Peggy. We might just have to do a full rotation. Try and get back up the right way. Stand by, caller. Hopefully we're clear of that respawn thing. Yeah, I don't know what's causing that. It's meant to be so simple. Yeah, something must be a little bit janky, causing a little bit of clang. Don't know what though, everything's kind of where it should be. Okay, we're kind of level again. Let's just get a little bit further around. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Well, it seems to be working now. I can kind of stop it. Yeah, okay, that's weird. Right, all it took was a full thing. Station. Ah. Okay, so I don't use these, but currently have problems with any connected grid with ice gets stolen to fill the hydro tank. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, so for instance, my ships, like these ones, like this one and the one that I've lost, that one there, when I dock them, I turn off the O2 gens, so that way they keep the ice on them. That way I've still got it when I launch again. So these should be turned off. Yeah. Okay. So what do we want? We want launch. Launch. Where's our timers? Timers. There we go. Okay, launch to ice mine. Setup actions. Okay, so we are going to want to first of all, let's just get all these things up. Okay, battery. Battery or batteries? I've only got one battery on this. Maybe I do only have one battery on it. Thought I had more. No, I've only got one. Battery. So, recharge off. Actually, I'll put enable auto because it's probably better. And then we want to turn on the hydrogen thrusters, I think. Turn them all on. And we'll turn on the hydrogen tanks, turn them back off stockpile, and turn on the ions. So that's kind of our propulsion happening. lights, so everybody can see. And then we will disconnect, unlock, and the remote we will turn the autopilot on, I think, and we'll turn the O2 gen on, and we'll turn that O2 gen on. Okay, and then the autopilot. Now I'm going to have to be careful with the autopilot because it's going to reset if I let it finish its thing. Remote control. So autopilot is going to go for one way, direction forward. Okay, so there's direction down, which maybe when we get to one of the other waypoints is what I want to do. Okay, so when we trigger the timer, which I've just lost here, I get rid of all that stuff, then there's less to go through. When I trigger the timer, everything should start up and we're away. Okay. So if I just go straight up to, say, there, and I do that as my first waypoint. Nope. GPS waypoint. Number 1. I'll call it launched. Hopefully that's not too long a name. Okay. So now if I go back into this, so the remote control, not the remote, the timer. So if I did the remote control and I said up, will that mean that it goes straight up? Should we give it a try? We'll give it a try, shall we? Let's just go back down and dock. Okay, so we'll lock that. Undo all of these. Okay, so that's pretty much how it was when we did the other stuff. So the remote will set up with waypoint add, and so when we get sort of before the end we need to reset the waypoints. Add. Okay, so launch should be autopilot on and it goes up, and then when we get to launched we want to do actions and we want to do forward. Hopefully that'll work. And then the other thing I'm going to want to do is to have a timer, hydrogen thrusters off, delayed. So this is just so that we can use the hydrogen thrusters for maneuvering, but they don't actually work while we're going quite a distance. And I'm going to put those 20 seconds should be enough. Yeah, should be heaps. So not that one. Oh yeah, we'll need to set up the actions. So this one we're going to want hydrogen off. Okay, And then we go back into the remote and that one there. Set up actions. So we want to start that timer. Start. Let me just double check that I did have that set up correctly. Off. Yep. Cool. Okay. So let's give this a go. I'll just set that for 2 seconds, or that way I can just start it. Start and see what happens. So it's going up and then it spins and it's headed over to there. And it's up to speed. It's up to a very quick speed. Probably too quick. Yep. Okay, maybe I just need to leave the hydrogen on, because it wasn't using a lot to come over here. And has that actually reached its target? Because the remote has lost its waypoint. So it just happened to actually connect onto there, which is interesting. Okay. Okay, so we might be able to actually leave the hydrogen on, because it got over here pretty quick. Yeah, I want it to be slow and steady, because when it comes time to land, that's not going to be ideal. Let's drop that back to 30. Okay, but anyway, that sort of, that kind of worked. Okay, so when it gets to there, so I'm going to rename this waypoint 2. Actually, we'll just go that. And I'll rename that one. Alright, sorry, just have my drink of water. Let's say it's been a stinking hot day today. Welcome one. Look like a Christmas tree lights. Yeah. Okay, so we can get over here. We'll still continue to work on that. With the... So I'm going to have to reload those because it deletes it. If I just throw... If I just throw a waypoint in, say that one, so that actions, okay, so it's going to want to be up. Oh no, it's when you reach that one, it wants to be forward. Forward. Okay. And start the hydrogen. Timer off. And then, if I go this, is there a reset waypoints? Reset waypoint. So I need to make sure that happens before the actual everything finishes. So at the moment, it wants to be that. And then if I add that one, it should, I say should, actually cancel before it even gets going to the next one. Let's give that a go, eh? Let's just head back. Yeah, so as I said earlier, so there's a few more people joined in. Tonight, I'm just having a go at reprogramming this. I was going to do it as another episode. I was going to record it, I was going to edit it, I was going to upload it, and then I was thinking today, well, nah, let's just do it as a stream, and it'll be what it'll be. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. I'm trying these remote controls, because there is the bug that you just saw, that when it's finished its flight plan, it deletes all the waypoints. It's a known bug. I made a log, a bug report with Keen about it. They have acknowledged it. They've confirmed that it is a bug, and that's where we're at the moment. They haven't fixed it though. So yeah. So I'm just having a go just to see if I can do this workaround to try. I might just put that timer in here, the launch one. Launch. Yeah, and it may very well be, as suggested by numerous people, so, you know, not peer pressure, but peer pressure, that I may end up just using PAM. But we'll give this a go, because, yeah, it's a known quantity for me, and, yeah, I do actually quite like mucking around with these programming things and trying to get them working. Yeah, so let's go and have another launch. And away we go. Ooh, okay, where's it going? So it's just stopping. So now, what's the remote actually doing? So it's at waypoint 1. Cool. Actions, forward, reset waypoint. Okay, so that's cool. So we can disengage autopilot. So as long as that is on the penultimate waypoint, that action to reset waypoints, and penultimate people is word for second to last, then it won't wipe. So that's a fix for the bug. Not my suggestion. I can remember it was like a year ago, if not longer, somebody in the comments, YouTube comments, came up with that suggestion. So I cannot take credit for it, but I can't remember or even when somebody made that comment. But yeah. So that's cool. Right. So, but that's, I don't think we ever had the down option. I feel like that's new. The option of the direction. So is that a thing with the move? The move blocks? I mean, maybe that's all my problems. Let's just go and put a move block in. That one there. And see, that's front, and it's got arrows on it. So I definitely had it the right way, because it was bizarre how it was going backwards. Absolutely bizarre. Flight. Pitch, angle, speed, minimum altitude. Minimum altitude? Oh, don't remember that. Okay, so there's no direction on this one. Interesting. So what about a recorder? I also, even though I complain and moan about these blocks not working for me, they also don't work for me and how I'm using them. That's not to say they're not good blocks, you know, like for doing attack drones and defensive drones and those sorts of things. But yeah, as I say, for me on planets where crashing, you know, is not good. Yeah, see, there's no direction on this. It's not just me, is it? There's no direction. Okay. What if I just go into a timer? Does the timer give me any option? Just randomly, I'll just jump into this one. I'm not going to keep it. No, it doesn't. I mean, I thought it would have been the move block. Oops. Let's just put a move block back in. That's weird. And so just because of the whole situation with these blocks, I haven't really been mucking around with them ever since pretty much it was probably the autopilot function. That's the one. See, that doesn't have a forward, does it? No. I'll put a move block in. Yeah, ever since I tried to set up the the supply run with the iron, between the iron mine and the outpost that I had. That was sort of towards the end of escaping the desert. Yeah, never really, and they worked occasionally and then they didn't work, so it's more of the same really. Let's just go to here and try again. What was this? What did I just jump into? Oh, I jumped into the home, that's why. I was like, what are these blocks that are missing? Thought I deleted all of them. Okay, so this has got AI pitch. Okay, so yeah, that replicates what was in the menu. And this one here, following set play grid to position. No, okay, so so they seem a little bit limited. Okay, so when we get to this waypoint, we want to set up an action of down. And at this point, the hydrogen thrusters are still off. Okay, so down. And then it will go to the next one. I will also put in the reset waypoint in this one. And I will remove it from this one, because we're going to put a new waypoint in shortly. And yeah, so now I'm going to go down, and we've got the ion, so that should get us up to decent speed. I don't think I want the hydrogen on. So it's just going to get up to that speed. So I'm wondering if I turn the dampeners off. Now I'm just going to look at the altitude. Because what I had set up on the last one, and I actually edited it out because I was running out of time at the end of the last episode, and I was waffling on about some other rubbish that you didn't need to hear. So I chopped out about a 10-minute free fall here. What I actually had was a because I didn't have it set up right as well, so it didn't work properly. But I had an event controller, which when it got to a certain altitude, turned on the hydrogen engines and arrested it. So 200 meters. Let's just come back over here. This is kind of where I want the waypoint. So we're at 150. So I could even turn it on here because it does stop pretty quick. No, I'll do 200. But here is the waypoint here. Okay. Spinny, spinny. Okay, so let's put a waypoint here. Let's press the right button. GPS waypoint number 3, and this is going to be Europa surface. Okay, so enter. So now going. Is it just me or is that moving? I think that unidentified signal's moving. Okay. How much fuel have I got? I've got a bit of fuel. How much ice have I got on board? Okay, we'll hover here, it'll be alright. Mr. McScuse-me. Awesome name. Yeah, there's been heaps of content lately. I've just done my thing. And even though I'm sort of chasing the Factorum, it's just sort of random. It was just coincidence that it turned up at the same time that I was just changing over from Scrapyard to this space salvage. Right, go back into the remote. So when we get above, we're going to, the next waypoint is number 3. Add. And what we're going to do when we are up above, the setup actions, is we're going to do down and the reset waypoint. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll put the, so I know where it is, I'm going to put the reset waypoint at the end. Okay, so we're going down. I'm going to turn off the dampeners. Interesting, they've still got the dampeners on off rather than as one option. Rather, that's one thing they didn't split up, so you had both the on and off option. Hopefully that's all good. We're going to need one of these event controllers, so we're going to say event controller, and this is going to be 250 meter thrusters on. Okay, so this is going to be altitude. Actually, we'll make it 200 meters. I think that's what I decided. 200 meters. Altitude 200. And the actions we want it to do is to turn on the dampeners in the number 2 slot. We want to turn on the thrusters. Okay. And just make sure that, yeah, less than, equal or less than 200. Okay. So, the remote control, whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. The remote control back into the waypoint that's up in space, setup actions, so that's going to turn them off. So we want to make sure the event controller turns on. So that's good to go. Okay. So that's fine. And then we've got the third one there. Okay. So then, so we should be in the state that we're in at the moment when we get down to when we drop down, and then we need to get our approach. So let's just come down here. Oh, and we'll need to go forward as well. That's what I forgot, or did I put it in there and I've just forgotten? Waypoint, Europa surface, setup action. No, I haven't put it in. Okay, so that's going to be forward. Okay, now we're still in, what mode are we in? Precise mode? Or let's just go back to the first one, setup actions, because we're going to want to be in, I think, collision off, and because that's just going to cause us problems, precision mode off. And then we will put in a waypoint here. I'll press enter, you wally. GPS waypoint number 4. And this is going to be ice mine approach. Number 1. Okay. And at this point, we are... So if we add that waypoint... Okay, I'm going to go into here, or this one, is it? Let's just delete that because we're not even using it. The waypoint reset at the moment. Okay, so at this point where we are at the moment, so we've come down. The engines are turned back on. We've stopped our fall, our free fall, and now we're just moving into position, ready to line up with the connector. So at this point, we want to have precision turned back on, so that it's a little bit tighter how it works. And that's all for this one. Okay, let's just make sure we're kind of lined up and level. Yep, I think we're pretty good there. And then I want to come over pretty close to the actual connector, probably about there. Okay. And what I want to do is do another GPS. So one of the massive frustrations with the move blocks is you can't. It just does not work. The track line or the waypoints, you can. It says show on HUD, but they just don't work. They really don't. Ice mine. I'll call it close approach. Yeah, I might just rename the other one. Far approach. Okay. So that's that one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down here and actually try and get it in the right place to dock. And we're going to do another waypoint, and this is going to be called GPS waypoint. What are we up to? Number 6. Ice mine dock. Okay. That's not what I wanted to press. I'm going to dock, and they should be running, which they are. I have a button panel over the other side, which I'm going to press and turn them off. I think that turns them all off. Yes, it does. Okay. So now we've got a bit of time up our sleeves to do some stuff. Level ground. Welcome. Hello. There's a whole lot of new names here tonight. It's awesome. And Jim. Ahoy. Yeah. No, thanks everybody for joining today. It's yeah, as I say, it's just instead of recording an episode and just editing it and uploading it, I thought I'd just do it live. So yeah. Right. So let's just finish off that remote control. So what we want to do is when it reaches, okay, so we need to add 5, which doesn't need anything done to it. Then we need to add 6. Okay, and 6, first of all, we're going to need a timer, dock to ice mine. I tell you what, I'm already, even if this doesn't work, I already feel so much better about this than what I was doing with the other flight recorders, because again, just having 2 blocks, it does the job of a single remote. It's also a pain as well. Ooh, it's just been not a good week. Right, so that's docked to ice mine. So if we go into the remote control and we go into number 6 and we set up the actions. So when it reaches number 6, the first thing I want to do is have it turn off the autopilot. The second thing I want it to do is to start. No, I need the event controller to turn on. The lock to ice mine. I'm going to turn that on when we're actually on top of it. And in that ready to lock ice mine. That's going to be connector ready to lock. The connector is going to be the one on the bottom, and the action is going to be to start the dock to ice mine. No, it's going to be trigger. It's going to be trigger, and I'll tell you why, because I think I'm having trouble with... So in the last drone, I had an event controller that turned on when I approached the ice dock. I had a second event controller that turned on when I approached the fuel depot dock. So otherwise they were turned off, and they were... Each of them was to start the relevant timer, dock to ice mine or the dock to the fuel depot. The thing is, what I think was happening is, even though the event controller was turned off, and even though the timer was turned off, when it was getting ready to dock at the ice mine, the fuel depot event controller would still tell the dock to fuel depot timer to start, even though it was turned off, so it never acted on it. And so what would happen is that when the actual event controller eventually got turned on, it still had in its mind, I've got to tell that timer to turn on, even though it was no longer docked. And I think that's what happened. So it was either that, or the timer was saying, oh, I've just got this message. They were turned off, but I'm sure when they turn back on, they want me to do it. Because, yeah, I was lifting off, and everything would just shut down, and it would just drift off into space. It's most annoying. Okay, so that needs to be trigger. So I don't think start, because if it's docked and it's all turned off and it triggers, but it's turned off, it won't do anything. So it's just kind of a thing with timers. Even though they're turned off, they kind of keep their memory. Like if you tell a timer that's turned off to start, it will start. It won't count down. But when it turns on, it will continue the countdown. So yeah, even though it's off, it still listens to what you have to say, if that makes sense. Yeah. Get to edit. Yeah. No, that's absolutely fair enough. It's a lot easier to produce for me as well, but not that I'm worried about that. Okay, so when we come down and we get into this position, it'll turn on the event controller, and assuming the event controller, timers never forget, yeah. Well said. Welcome, Felty. Another new name, gosh. Yeah, so then that will be ready to lock. It will be in the ready to lock position. So this is another thing. Even though I'm locked, it still thinks it's ready to lock, and that's kind of part of the problem as well. So they're just not quite perfect. But I don't want to say anything too bad about event controls, because they are, pretty generally speaking, wicked. So at this point, this will trigger. And what we want to do here is we want to do not everything. And this is the thing, I can't use the same timer because I don't want everything to shut down like I do at the base. Because here, all I want to do is to put the hydrogen tanks on stockpile, and I want to lock the connector, because I don't want to put the batteries on recharge, because that won't work. I don't want to turn anything else off. That's pretty much all I want to do, actually. Yeah, except we will need to turn on the event controller that I don't have. Hopefully I've got enough parts to make it. So the event controller that I don't have. Oh, the beacon as well. We need to turn that on. Hang on. Launch to mine, set up actions. I forgot about the beacon. Okay, beacon on. Okay. So dock to there. Oh, we need to name it. Okay, let's do that. Just paste that and name it something else. So it's going to be cargo full. Okay, and this is going to be equal or greater than 99%, And it's going to be that one and that one. And gate. So it's when they're both full that it will trigger. Can't go filled. Okay. So that should be off at the moment. Actions, and when it does that, it's going to trigger the launch to base. Do I have a launch to base? No, I don't. Let's figure that out. Ready to lock ice mine. So that, yeah, that one's fine. Dock to ice mine, launch to ice mine. Okay, so I need a launch to fuel depot. Always had an outline flowchart to work from. Yeah, well, it kind of actually needs that. Yeah. Do you write in an outline before you start the process, or do you just do it off the top of your head? I just do it off the top of my head. But no, I know exactly what you mean about a flowchart. But I'm just doing this in sequence, so I'm kind of just figuring it out as I go, and then I'll have some trial and error to make sure I pick up stuff. Okay, so at this point we should be docked. The ice should be spinning, the drills should be spinning and filling up the cargo containers, which have already got a little bit in them. And then once they are full, it should trigger. It should trigger the launch to fuel depot, which is trigger. Okay. And what that's going to do is launch to fuel depot. It's going to unlock the connector, which in doing that is going to cut the power to the ice mine, and that will stop working. So that works. It's going to... I should also just say that, one of the reasons why I'm being quite careful about this is I do want it to be automated. Like I want to be on Mars or the alien planet or something. I'm not staying here. This is going to have to be able to work independently and reliably. That when the station needs power because of an antenna or whatever, it needs to be able to turn the hydrogen engine on, and it needs to be able to know that it's got fuel. And it's going to have heaps of fuel. I'm never going to run out of it. But if it starts to use fuel, it needs to be able to get its own fuel. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. So we do that, and we need to turn the fuel tanks back on. The fuel tanks back on to off stockpile. Then the remote we don't need to do anything with unless I turned off the inertia. Do I want to do that? No, I don't think I do. So what I'm going to do is I'll set this up before. I'm going to increase the thrust override. I'm going to go into the number 2 slot, increase the thrust override. I'm going to go into the number 1 slot. Did I do that in the... no, I did all. I want to do just the up. Increase override. Up. Number 2, number 3, up. Number 4, up. Number 5, up. Number 6, up. Number 7, up. Number 8, up. Number 9, up. Number 10. Oops, that didn't work. Number 0. Up. Okay, so that increases. And yeah, we need another event controller now. Okay. As soon as I find it, event controller. So this one is going to be reach. Do I do it gravity or do I do it altitude? I might do it altitude. Yeah, let's just go up, 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 up. So, I don't have an altitude indicator on my HUD. Okay, I think it's going to be gravity. But 0.1 should be fine. Okay, let's scrub that idea. Right, so that one will be the one. Okay, so this is going to be 0.1 G. Engines re-engage. Okay, and we need 0.1 G engines re-engage. Okay. So that event controller, when we are natural gravity and we are less than 0.1. What on earth is all this for? 10G. What's got 10G? Ooh. Okay, so when it gets up equal or less, it's going to trigger that. And what that will do is, hang on, when we launch we need to turn that event controller on. Launch to fuel depot. Number 1, turn that event controller on. Okay, we also want to turn off the other event controller when it docks. Dock to ice mine. Is that one turned on? Cargo full? Am I just missing that? That should be on. And lock to fuel depot should be turned off. Whoops. Off. Okay. I might have had that somewhere else. Okay, so when that's docked, that's fine. Okay. When it launches, once to turn that one on, it can turn off the cargo full. So that's cool. And that'll ramp up. And that's fine. So that one will be turned on as it's going up. And as it goes up, the re-engagement, we need to press the right button. First we're going to have to reduce the speed, decrease. Number 2, decrease. Number 3, decrease. Number 4, decrease. Number 5, decrease. It is a shame that there's no option to set it to a specific override. That would be pretty cool. Decrease. I guess these features just not everybody uses, so I guess it's not sort of super important for everybody. Okay, just make sure that they all have it, because then it'll get back to 0 and it'll kick in all the engines. Okay, so that's fine. So it's rising up out of the atmosphere. It kicks in. Sorry, just banged the mic. And then we're going to want to probably start to turn off the hydrogen engines in 20 seconds. Where's that timer gone? Off, delayed. Start. We're going to want to turn on the autopilot, and we're going to want precision mode off, and because then it's going to start heading back to the fuel depot. Yeah, I think that's all there is. Could probably turn off the re-engage vent controller, because that turns on when we launch. Yeah, so that's fine. Okay, well, let us unlock the event controller ready to lock ice mine. Okay, so if we turn you off, and I'll launch. Let's just turn all those drills and things back on. So it comes down on autopilot, it gets to this point, and then what it's going to do is it's going to turn on, I'll just put it in the toolbar actually, event controller ready to lock ice mine, turn that on. Part of the remote control flight path events will turn it on, so that turns on, it locks, so we are drilling, and we are filling, and we just need to wait for this to hit 10,000 litres and see what happens. What could possibly go wrong? Just excuse me while I guzzle my water. Ugh. Alright, so I'm just looking at something on my other computer. Okay, nearly there. So we're nearly up to 6.3. See, it doesn't matter if this takes a little while, because it'll just give it a chance to fill up the hydrogen tanks again, of course. Okay, so that's just about there. We'll see what happens. Didn't unlock. Why didn't it unlock? Launch to fuel depot. Unlock. Why did that not unlock? Should have unlocked. Did I do the wrong thing? Launch to fuel depot. So cargo full, set up actions. Launch to fuel depot, trigger. Launch to fuel depot. Unlock. mean, all that other stuff worked. Toggle that one on, toggle that one off. Why didn't it unlock? Better unlock it before we lose. Why is it not unlocking? What am I doing wrong? Ruh-roh. That ain't right. Turn all that off because we're filling up. Why? Is it because it keeps relocking? Is the ready to lock ice mine? Oh, because you're still turned on. So, dock to ice mine. See, that should be off. Oh, lock to fuel depot off. Ah, okay. Lock to ice mine off. Lock to ice mine off. Okay, so now it should work. So now if we were to do that launch to fuel depot, oh, now it's going to overthrust. No, I'm going to have to do it manually. So let's take them off stockpile and unlock. Yeah, so that was my mistake, putting in the wrong event controller. Now, what's going to happen to this remote control once I need to add that waypoint. See, why are those ions back thrusting? So I almost need the ions to... Hang on, where are we? 0.2, okay. So the ions pretty much need to be turned off when it launches back to the fuel depot. Ions off. Re-engage engines. On. Oof. Don't know why we're on our side. Think the remote should be forward. Remote is up. No, it should be forward. Okay, when did that happen? Re-engage. Remote forward. That's cool. So re-engage engines, set up actions, remote autopilot on, precision mode off. Forward. Okay, and that's heading back over yonder. We're still not up high enough. Okay, so I might need to change that event. Hang on, we need to turn the remote off is what we need to do. Let's just reset the waypoints. And turn it off. Nope, needs more thrust. Get out of the old gravity. Okay, so the re-engage engines, I think probably needs to be, we'll make it 0.07, shall we? Same with the event controller, 0.07. Just let it get up a little bit higher, and we'll change that to 0.07. So that should kick in, should turn everything on, should get it going the right way. Awesome. And then we come over here. So with the remote control, we're going to want this, instead of on that, we want circle. And when it gets back to its start point, let's just remove view. When it gets back to the start point, we want to make sure that it just stops and, yeah, turns off the autopilot. So we'll come back over here. We'll get an approach point sort of here somewhere. We'll just try and line up with the space station. So that's probably a good point. Okay, so enter GPS waypoint. What's this going to be? Number 7? I think it's number 7. Yeah, number 7. There they are on the list. Number 7, and this is going to be fuel depot. Spell it right. Fuel depot arrival. Okay, and just let me get some of the old breathing gas. Okay. Boop. Okay, so that's going to be the fuel depot arrival. So when the remote control comes up here, so when we get up into re-engage the engines, we want to do that. Turn the autopilot back on. Precision mode off. Okay, so that's fine. So when it turns back on, it's going to be going to number 7. Add. And at number 7, we'll turn on the hydrogen engines again. On. Then we will move in for an approach. Just about there somewhere, I think. Just try and line up in the middle. Cool, cool. And we will go another GPS. Waypoint number 8. And this is going to be fuel depot far approach. Okay. So we'll add that one in. And add. And this one, we want to turn on the precision mode. Okay. Then we're going to keep going forward. We're just going to hover just over the top of it. This should be good. To another GPS. Waypoint. What are we up to? 9. And this is going to be, I've just seen something. Fuel depot close approach. Okay. Cool, cool. Right. So Then we'll put that one into the remote control. We're almost there, almost ready to give it a test run. Add. Okay, and so number 9. Number 9 we don't need to do anything, do we? Because it's going to be the docking one that's going to turn stuff on. What do I just do? Press nothing. And then we've got the dock. GPS waypoint 10 dock to fuel depot. Okay, and this one is going to want to do some stuff. Okay, so add. So this one is going to want to turn on ready to lock fuel depot. On. It's going to want to turn off the autopilot. And then the lock to ice mine. Not ice mine. Dock to fuel depot. So it's turned on the event controller. That was right, wasn't it? Set up actions, turn on the event controller. Yep, that's fine. And then, so it's going to be the event controller ready to lock ice mine. Set up actions, and that's going to be, it's off at the moment. That's good. It's going to be dock to fuel depot. Oh, hang on, we've got something in here already. Dock to ice mine. What? Lock to ice mine. Okay, we'll try this one. Okay, so ready to lock. Down. Actions. Fuel depot. Trigger. Okay. And that should be fine. And then if we go into the dock to fuel depot, the actions we need are first of all lock, recharge on, ready to lock fuel depot off, thrusters off, ions off, tanks stockpile, lights off, O2 gen off, the dock is fine. So I think that's it. Oh, beacon. Where's the beacon not in here? Oh, because it's not named the same as the other ones, that's why. Off. Okay. So I think that's everything. So if I were to jump into this one, ready to lock to fuel depot, and we did on off on there. It's on, but it's not doing it. Lock to ice mine, that's turned off. That one's turned on. Ready to lock connector is ready. Output action 1. Lock to fuel depot trigger now. Lock to fuel depot. It's on. Why no trigger? Weird. Thought it would have. Okay, well we'll just trigger it. And that shuts everything down. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Right. We'll just let those batteries recharge. And I might even go make myself a coffee. 2 minutes. Okay, well, I'll go turn the jug on. I'll be back in a sec. Apologies. A lot of hot peppers in them. Hey! I did actually have a curry for dinner tonight, so I'm late starting tonight because so it's, what's the time now? It's 9 o'clock Aotearoa time in the evening, and yeah, it was just a bit hot this afternoon to be doing stuff, and I wanted to have dinner first, and I wasn't actually free at my normal sort of 4:30 slot, but that's the weekend slot. Yeah, okay, so shall we give it a go? Maybe I should save. That would be a good thing to do. And then go into the... Oh, this was the launch one down here, wasn't it? I think that was the launch one there, wasn't it? Yeah, launch to ice mine. Okay, let's give it a go. We'll just see if there's any ice left in there. See, look, there's a bit left in there, but that would not stop it from launching. Let's see what happens. Nothing happens. No, something happened. Okay. We don't appear to be going forward. So is that the remote control precision mode off? The launched 4 actions. Which precision mode, collision, forward. Okay, it should be going forward. Is it not going forward? It is still going up. Where's it going? It's going to waypoint 2. So I don't understand why it didn't go forward. Okay, maybe I will, in the engines, timer, thrusters off. I can put a reminder in here for it to go forward. So this is what was happening. It was with the other one. It was missing actions in the to-do list. Okay, but this is going down. Dampeners are they on or are they off? They are. Okay, we're going down. Where's dampeners? Dampeners. Okay, so they're on. What are we doing? Where are we going? Hope it levels off. Maybe I don't muck around with changing the directions on it. Maybe I just have it going forward the whole time. So it's going to number 3, the Europa surface, but I don't understand why it's on its side like that. Because that's not down. That's... Unless it... No. Okay, we might just need to keep it on forward the whole time. I may need to take over. Let's get ready to take over. I'm using a remote, not... Yeah, I'm going to have to take over. Okay. I'm using remotes, not the flight blocks. Sorry, update killed the autopilot. Yeah, it is. I'm trying to work around that at the moment. Okay, we'll turn that back on and hopefully... Okay, that's not on. That's... let's just change that to on off. So we should be still in the right position to... where are you going? Oh, okay, that's fine. Ooh, it's coming in a bit hot. Oh, but no, it's alright. It's alright. So far, so good. Oh, but I tell you what, at the end of the last episode, though... Oh, see, it hasn't got in the right place again. Okay, let's manually go in there and make sure the system still works. But yeah, I think if I take off the forward on all of those other ones... Okay, so we're locked at the moment, so that's all good. We're filling up quite quick because we ran for a bit of extra time before, didn't we? So those drills and everything are still turned off. Okay, this might be a chance to go through. Oh, this is going to be a pain. Okay. So, actions. So that's got forward. Actions. Okay, let's just remove the dampness thing and remove that one. Surface. Remove the forward. We'll just get rid of any references to go forward or up or down or whatever. Precision mode on. Yep. Autopilot. Thrusters. Precision mode. Autopilot off. Okay, that's fine. Number 8. Okay. Just remove number 8. What actions has it got? Precision mode on. Number 8 I will remove. And I'll just put it in again. Add. Move up. Move up. And it was precision mode on. Okay, and then these timers. It's fine. Autopilot, precision, forward. Get rid of that. Dock. Dock. Forward. Remove it. Up. We'll remove that. That's the one that got us off to the bad start. Okay. That's cool. Right. So now we can turn all that stuff back on. I can do it through here actually. Yeah, so it was very frustrating. The video, which only finished yesterday, I mean, I started recording that like Thursday last week. I've spent about 6 days recording that on and off, which is very annoying. Spent most of Saturday doing it. And yeah, that last one, where it ended up almost parking underneath the landing pad, right on the outro, I mean, you can see where my approach vectors are to come into these things. I come in well above, hover over them and drop down. So why on earth that got underneath like that, I do not know. It was just real random. How are we looking? We get in there. We're just ready to take off. Okay, so we took off this time properly, so that's good. Okay, so that's awesome. I'll just try not to bump the mouse again, because the autopilot's not actually engaged, so we're just going straight up. Because I don't know what autopilot would do if it tried to launch. But I figure this is the most efficient way to do it. And we'll just make sure that event controller is on, which it is. We're going up to 0.07G. Yeah, we almost get too fast actually going up using this way. I almost want to knock off one of the overrides on the re-engage, not re-engage, on the launch to fuel depot. So if I go into the number 10, it'd actually be good just to remove that, because then we would have one more going down. Okay, so autopilot's enabled. The thrusters have dethrusted, so we are now trying to stop. And there's the mark. See, it's still taking a little while to stop. And those hydrogen engines are probably going to turn off soon. Okay. So that's a little bit early. Okay, here's a thought. What about an event controller that turns the hydrogen engines on when it gets over a certain speed or under a certain speed? Actually, I don't know if that will work or not. I might just need a second. Timer. Using the waypoints I made with the remote control. Okay, but you can't really put your... See, why is this taking so long to slow down? This is the other thing. That it shouldn't take that long to slow down. Because if I turn the autopilot off... Okay, maybe it should take that long to slow down. Okay, it's alright. It'll get back up to speed. Yeah, I think I just need to maybe have that thrusters going a little bit longer. The hydrogen engine's off. We'll make it 30 seconds. Still better. They just, yeah, they do need to be off at some point. Using waypoints are made in the remote. Okay. Certainly the flight recorder was not working for me, that's for sure. And then, you know, a lot of the problem is you just can't troubleshoot where it's going wrong. Each other for recon. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do want to do more of this stuff. It's just, it is annoying when you spend hours and hours and hours and it doesn't work. When it should work, you know, it's like you look at some of the vanilla AI behavior from the drones, you know, like the pirate drones, right from the word go. They don't have as much trouble. You know, generally speaking, they don't crash into things. They can track you down and chase you pretty well. You know, so it's just, it's like, it is there, you know. You should be able to get a drone flying from point A to point B. It's just, yeah. But anyway. Okay, well, so dialing back that up thrust, I think a bit will help. We won't be coming up quite so hot. I just wonder if I knock that back a notch as well, just so make it 0.8, so it's just a little bit lower. Okay. But we're coming in. So yeah, you can see the approach vector that I'm taking. It's yeah, it's pretty good. So how I ended up underneath that landing pad last night. It was yesterday afternoon. I was like, ugh. Oh, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. You're not turning around. Why are you coming in to land like that? Why? That's not going to work. Ugh. Ugh. Really? Okay. Let's give it another go. We didn't get off to a very good start. Check out our battery. 2 minutes again. I mean, it's almost full. We could probably just go straight away once the cargo container's empty. Which it seems to be. Yep, let's go again. Definitely up was the way to go. Oh, why is it doing that? Oh. It's not aligning. What's the options for keeping it aligned? I haven't got any options for remaining aligned to artificial gravity or anything, do I? So it's with damage and try not to hit things. So I've got the collision turned off because the waypoints should not take it anywhere near where it's going. See, that stopped all right. That's got down. Oh, don't go that way. Don't go that way. That's going to end very badly. That's going to end extremely badly. That event controller wasn't what turned. Yeah, dampener's on off. Need to get rid of that. I was wondering where that other half of that was. I think we might be trying Pam. So hopefully these engines should engage by themselves. If not, I'm poised and ready. Except my dampeners are still off. Whoopsie doodle. Pam it is. So there was Pam. And there's also Sam, isn't there? Is Sam another one? Yeah. Right. Okay, we'll give Sam a go first, shall we? Remote controller. How went anywhere to the ship? Ideally, camera. One facing up, front, and down to avoid the obstructive feature of blocking ship. You need one for the script. Yeah, connector one at least. Okay. Okay, let's just try that. So, let's go and turn off all of them. Turn off all of them. Delete all of that. Well, that last 2 hours was a bit of a waste of time then, wasn't it? But that's no way that's working. And really, that's kind of just the usual problems that you have with remote controls. Those are old problems, not new problems. Let's just get rid of all of those. Those are old problems. With it is always a struggle to do a planetary, a planetary body orbital interface. I've found with switching between the two. You can kind of work on the planet and keep level. You can go in space and kind of work it out, but transiting between the two is quite tricky. That's why the auto thrust to get up and then switch into the different modes is the way to go. I'll just finish my coffee, stand by. Okay, so we need a programmable block. Okay, edit, browse, what's it called, Sam? Yep, Sam Autopilot. Okay, so check code, cool. Okay, so navigation modes, docking, taxiing, navigating, coverage, approaching, taxiing, docking, navigating, obstacles. Update at your own peril. Okay, I think we need to read the instructions. Being a New Zealand Kiwi bloke, we don't normally do that, but I will today. Okay, so blah 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 blah. Okay, and installation. Ships require remote controller check. Camera, ideally 3. Okay, don't have that. Ideally one facing up, front, and down. Okay. So, front is pretty straightforward. Let's grab parts for three of those. Okay. So, 1. So that's forward. Why do we need an up? Too many eyes. Forward. And will down fit anywhere actually? Yeah, we could just pop it down one in there. I think that's the right way around. Down. Don't know why you're shouting. Okay. Just get some breathing juice. Programmable block, check. Connector, check. Ships can additionally have LCD panel, at least one. Add a wide second one for having a syslog. Okay. Antenna, important as this allows the ship to learn about connectors and other grids. Cockpit, used for LCD panels. Batteries, if you want to make sure. Yeah, okay. Cargo containers. Okay. Stations require programmable block. Add one to the grid. connector, at least one antenna important, as this allows the station to advertise its connectors to other grids. However, this block does not need to be tagged. Make sure it is enables broadcast. Okay, that could actually be a bit of a problem. How does... So that's Sam. How does... Hang on, what's that? That's Sam. That's Sam again. What about Pam? How does Pam work? Because the reason that that's a problem is that that does not have any power, and I specifically don't want it to have any power. And currently it can't have any power because I don't have any power. I don't have any batteries. I'd have to take one off here. I'll probably have to steal the one that's in here, I guess. Which is fairly buried. Not completely buried, but I'd have to take that one basically. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Now I wish I hadn't got rid of that lock. Yeah, other than that, or I have to go out and find one. We may even just create a mode paste one just for the purposes of this, and then when I find one I'll just dump it. Right, okay, but we'll go back to Pam. Okay, so it's a little bit old. Guide. Auto miner. Shuttle mode. Fully automated transportation of items and players. The script allows specified path fly between your docking station and drop position. Does not use the buggy flight path finding with the remote block. Woohoo. Okay, pretty simple with all scripts similar. Dock your ship to connector. Start recording the flight path. Fly to job area. Stop recording. Set up the job and start the process. That's all. The script starts excluding confidential file position. General features. Automated. Okay. Note Pam can only connect to stationary connectors. Moving connectors will not be supported. You can convert. Mothership path can be recorded. Okay, this might be the way to go. Script mode over here has 4 modes. Shuttle mode, that's what we want. Okay, mining mode, how to use. Grinding mode, how to use. Shuttle mode. Okay, let's go back into it and load it. Work fine. Okay, well that's good to know. Okay, so where is our programmable block? No, that's not the one. Must be called something else. That one there. Okay, so let's just get rid of the automaton. I wish they'd get rid of that automaton off the start. Don't need it in there. It's a programmable block. Edit, browse, Pam. Okay, it's not called Pam. It's called Path Auto Miner. There we go. Same. Pam. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Okay, that looks okay. Okay. No job, no dock. Mm-hmm. So, shuttle mode. Finish ship setup first. Enter shuttle mode. Load the script onto a ship without tools. Drills, grinders. And the shuttle mode will be enabled automatically. Or run shuttle command to enter the mode manually. If you want to reset. Okay. So, let's just see if there was shuttle. So it's only talking about shuttle, isn't it? So it must be on that mode. Hang on. No, we can't go down. Edits. So there's a manual thing in here about shuttle mode. LCD. Okay. It's fine. We'll run a shuttle mode. If you want to reset, run the reset command. Set up path connectors. Dock to a commuter. Home connector. Start recording. Fly to other connector and dock. Job connector. Stop recording. So where do I type this stuff? There's no way to type it in there. Is it argument or? What am I missing? Dock your ship to a connector. Start recording. That's all. So I'm already docked, so do I just need to go? Is that what happens? So if I was... Why am I not on recharge? Bit strange. Should be on recharge. Now I've lost my things. So what's it doing? So I have to... Do I have to type things in the... somewhere? I wonder if that event control is still switched on. Let's find out. Nope. Oh, but the other ones are turned off anyway. Okay. So... start recording your path. Commands. Maybe I should keep going. All commands are displayed in the in-game when you select the program block. There are also examples. Ah, okay. So... start. So if I type start, what does it do? Okay, let's just bring that up onto my other screen. Sorry people, I may miss chat for a bit. Actually, I could shrink that down, that might help. If I just do that, I can still sort of see it. Kind of, not really. There we go. Okay, so start the job. Okay, so I don't want start. I want, and I need to put it in these things. Is that right? Path, record path, set home. Path, home. Invalid argument. But it says it here. Path home. There we go. Connector 1 was set. Okay. So why are we on auto again? I don't get that. Something's not right. Never mind. Okay, let's just head away from that thing. Okay, and so that's still... Okay, that's still going. It's recording paths. Okay, let's start to go down. So I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll give it a go. Connector 2 was set. Okay. Path. Use. So we've got path and we've got undock. Starts undocking in shuttle mode. Is it just me or are we not filling up? We're not filling up. Why are you all turned off? Would have been here a while. So there's a set max load, set energy behavior, set work speed, set acceleration. Okay, that'll do. It's just about to say I think I'm going to crash into that if I'm not careful. Completely overshot. I think I've done that a little bit haphazard. I think we're going to have to re-record that. But I still don't actually get it. I'm kind of trying to follow the instructions, but I'm not 100% sure. We're running out of hydrogen. Oh, it's because our things aren't on. That'll be why. It's not refilling. Yeah, I think that was a bit of a disaster, really. Massive disaster. Okay, so what's it saying now? Connector 1 was set, connector 2 was set. So there's a path there. Okay, so how do you activate the path to go? Start, stop, continue. I'm just having a reading, just to scan through. Oh, actually, I'll bring it over. Just sort of having a scan through. Shuttle mode, load script. Dock to connector, home connector. Start recording. Fly to other connector and dock. Stop recording. An LCD helps navigating the pan menu. So the LCD setup. Add Pam to the tag. Don't know if it'll work on. Nope. What? Why is that not got an attach point? Annoying. Okay. Plan B. What? Don't know why I couldn't get stuff through there, but anyway. Pam. Let's rotate. There it is. Okay. Why did that? Right. So that's that. Script isn't right. Reset. Okay, that's fine. I think I might do that. I might do reset and we'll just do this again. Because I wasn't happy with that. that track at all. So, and then I can get rid of that argument hopefully. So, if I throw into here... Oh, it's monospace. Interesting. Reset. Last argument. So I don't know why it still has that up. Okay. And then need arguments in the toolbar. Right. I was thinking that. So the arguments I'm going to need are sorters, battery, G'day, Andy. Oh, this is a bit of a learning curve. Okay, so... So when I... okay, move to home position, record path. Record path, use old home. So it's path home is what I want to do. I don't know why that said invalid. Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay. So let's go into here. Let's go into here and do run, and the argument will be path home. Up, down, and apply the scroll menu. Oh, okay. So I want to do up. And then I can do it down. And then apply. So I can go up. Okay, that's... No, don't know about that. Okay, we'll just... So program... Oops. Path home. Probably need to recompile. Okay. Ah! Whew! Thank goodness you're here, Captain. Okay. Record path and set home. Okay, and then we can go down. What's up? Down, down. Okay, so set up shuttle job, because that's what we want to do. Okay, next. Leave connector. Okay, that's not really what I want to do. Okay. So, okay. Record path and set home. Apply. So connect the one with set. Turn them on. See, why is my recharge, this, I don't know, and the stockpile is off again? I did not do that. Okay. I think I might have got a little bit close to that thing again as well. Okay, we'll give this a go. I still don't quite know how to actually start the thing when I've actually recorded it. We'll figure that one out. Not the best shooting, but it'll do. Right, fill up again. Still a bit of room on the pistons there. Was set. Okay, that's good. Look at the lines on the marks on that antenna. No, antenna beacon. It's got little inwards and outwards. Now stop recording. Which I'm already set on there. Okay, so apply. And is that... So then the next one is going to be path to old home? Or is it just going to go back? Okay, we're full, so let me just turn these off. Fly to home position. Continue job, I believe. Okay. Not fly to home position? Continue job. Well, you've been right, Captain, so that didn't really work. Well, we're on recharge again. What? Why did that happen? Why do we keep going on recharge? Who's doing that? There's no timers on. And there's no event controllers on, so that's... That's not me doing that. Might have to turn that off, see what happens. I think we press 5. Okay. So far, so good. Well, those thrusters look... they're doing less than what the remotes do. Still quite low. Okay, so here's the thought. We use the PAM to get down there, and then once it's full... Well, no, this is working. But once it's full, we could use that system we used before to get up into space. But this is actually working, and it's still got plenty of hydrogens left. Can it dock? Is that the thing? Where are we going? Are we the right side? Coming up from underneath it. I wonder if it's following the route that I took to get down. Which I may have to tidy that up. Seems to be working though. And we've got more fuel than what we started with. Roll. No, it's working. It's working. All the commenters were right. Use PAM. Everybody said use PAM. I said, no, I'll keep going. I'll keep trying this. Should have used PAM. I will state completely on the public record, you were all right and I was wrong. So then fly to job position is going to be... Go back down. Are we empty? I think we're empty. Which ones am I looking for? Looking for the 10,000. Yeah, we're empty. Okay, have we got enough power? Yes, we're full. Okay, so what I want to do is, so that shut all that down and did all that stuff. Okay, so Yep, okay. Right, so now if I was to say fly to job position. Man, that was close. It's using no hydrogens really in the grand scheme of things. Interesting, the dampeners are off, or are they my dampeners? And something else I've just seen, which could be a little problematic. Oh, I know what I can do. Jump off. I'm going to go over here. I'm just going to top up my oxygen because I am eating it. Anything for sale of note? Not really anything I want. Contracts. Oh, 50 of those. We'll buy that. Anything with platinum in, it's going to be good. Well, we're down and we are docked. Okay. So, what I need to do is set up a an event controller, which will be cargo full. Okay. So that needs to... it needs to turn on when I'm down here on the planet. So I'm going to use this to say whether I'm actually down here. Natural gravity. I'm going to make that 0.25 equal or greater than. So when we get down, it will turn on. It can turn on cargo full, and when it's not, it can turn it off. That'll work. Yeah. And the cargo full select actions will be to do the event controller run. What's the argument going to be? The argument is going to be move to home position. Go fuel. Okay, well that's not. Go home. Not that it shows up anywhere anyway. Okay. So, with that in mind, that's the one there. So that's going to be engage cargo controller. Okay. And when the cargo's full, it's going to engage that. And that should be fine. So, let's turn on the drills and stuff. And see what happens. 5,000 Ks. Suffice to say, I think we can get rid of you. Wonder what tempers. I don't know what it is, but it's miles away. Oh, that was the one of the original ones that we were just trying to figure out where the stuff stayed after it despawned. How we doing? Filling up. We get back soon, running out of oxygens. Is it just me or all those event controls turned off? Engage cargo should be on. And then cargo full is on. So that's how it should be. When it gets to 100. There we go. Right. Well, the system seems to be working. So we're going to need... So the cargo full should be off. Gauge. Oh no, we're still in 25G. 0.25. So the cargo full is... Let's keep an eye on it. Watching. Watching. Thought it'd be off by now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's cool. That works. Just so it doesn't trigger things twice. Okay, so that's good. And it'll be empty. It'll be empty next time. Okay, so that's awesome. So that's on. We can get rid of that one. And we can get rid of that one. And what's that one? 200 meters thrusters on. Get rid of that one. Okay. So that's good. In fact, we could... Those event controllers, we can get rid of the stuff off them. Event controller, get rid of. Just make sure there's nothing else. Same with you, just make sure there's nothing else. And you, make sure there's nothing else. Oops, remove. Ah! Okay, just that. Okay, so that's those ones reset. And then timers is going to be the thing. So re-engage engines. Delete. Dock to fuel depot. I have to have a think about how I recharge and turn everything off and on and stuff until it's ready to go. It's kind of going to want to be when it's connected. Which we could do using Dr. Fuel Depot. Yeah, that's probably the one. Okay, so that's docking itself. So what we want is Dr. Fuel Depot. We want to say when, with the event controller, when it is down on the planet, we want to turn off the docked fuel depot. And when we're off the planet, we want to turn it on. It should already be off anyway. And then an event controller locked to fuel depot. And I'll just do a triple redundancy. Number 3. Try that again. So when it's down there, that wants to be off, and when it's not in 25G, that wants to be on. Did I get that around the right way for the other ones? So you want to be toggle block off when you're down there and turn it on when you're up here. Yep, okay, that's cool. And so this one locked set up actions. So we want this connector, no, not connector ready to lock, connector connected. It wants to be that one. And the actions is we want to trigger the dock. Okay. And in that one, we can get rid of the ice mine one. Docked fuel depot. So that's already locked on recharge. I don't even know what that is anymore. Turn them off. Stockpile. Is it on stockpile? Yeah. Lights off. Those off. Okay, so that's all looking pretty good. Beacon off. Okay. We'll come back to what that looks like to figure out how things are going. Sorry, I'm just looking at something else. Why is my feed so far behind? I'm just looking at the YouTube studio one. It's miles behind. Don't know what's going on there. I'm looking at one of my other computers. Fine. Anyway, okay. So when this comes in at docks, it should trigger this and turn all of those things on. And you can't see my hands, but I'm pointing at stuff. And then the whole actually getting it to trigger to launch again, that will trigger that. That'll be involved in this as well. But just for now, we'll leave it like that. And then we want launch to ice mine. So we'll get rid of launch to fuel depot. That's the point. Are you turned on? No, you're off. So you want to be on. So we'll trigger that now. And part of that trigger is we want to turn that off actually. Setup actions. But then will it stay off because of the event controller? Okay, so we probably need to turn off that event controller as well. Event controller, that one off. And the timer, Dr. Fuel Depot off. Okay, so if we got here, that should trigger and everything should be all happy and recharging and stuff like that. And that timer should still be off. Yeah, okay, so launch to ice mine. We want to enable auto. We want to turn the thrusters on, ions on, tanks off stockpile. Yeah, lights on. Unlock we probably don't need to do because it will do it for us. But anyway, we'll put it on there anyway. Remove from toolbar. And then the programmable block we're going to want to run. And what's the thing going to be? Move to job position. Job pulse. Whoops, I just shut that. Oh, well, hopefully this works. Job pause. So that's going to be ice mine. Okay. Now we can see it. Those will turn on. Beacon. Yeah, get rid of the remote. What else? Oh, we need to turn that event controller back on. The one that says engage cargo. On. Okay. What's a large cargo container in there? We'll have to get rid of that. So, I think that works. Large cargo. Oh, that's the one that's dangling off the end of the... That's our... the one we got. Okay, so that should be... Okay, so that's launched to ice mine. So, at this point... It's probably turned off. Hydrogen thrusters off, so that's another one that we want to... turn that on. Yeah, that's going to be turned on and activated separately, so that's fine. Okay, let's just save, shall we? Haven't saved in a while. And we're away. Yeah, I might need to re-record the path, I think. Just it makes me nervous swishing past that so closely, but anyway, maybe head out over it a bit more, but no, it's fine, it's fine. But it seems to be working, which is good. Oh, it's getting late, 10:30. Hopefully we'll get this right, but I'll still just try and sort out the timer. Okay, so I could load that up now actually. So timer, this is going to be... so what we want to do is have an event controller that when the batteries are charged. Okay, so battery charged. Recharged. Okay, and so this one is going to be stored power, and we'll make it 95% greater than. It's going to be that battery there. Battery is recharged. Check. And we're going to make that 30 seconds. And so what I'm going to do is that one is going to be turned on as part of the docking. Okay, and what it's going to do is when it triggers, it's going to trigger battery is recharged check. Trigger. And what that is going to do is get rid of all that stuff. Oh, hang on. I bet I know which one this is. Nuts. That seemed quite quick that filled up. Only one of the containers is full. See, it's funny how the event controllers do that sometimes. They don't trigger. See, it shouldn't have triggered. It triggered at just one of them. I had that before. Not every time, but sometimes. Okay, so back to the battery is fully recharged. So when it docks to the fuel depot, and again I'm using my hands to explain here, so you can't see, it'll start a couple of checks. The first one is the battery recharged? And when the battery is recharged, then what it's going to do is it's going to basically say to itself, yeah, it's recharged. And what that will do is it will turn off the recharge thing. Off. And it's going to start itself. And it's going to start the launch to ice mine. That's going to trigger it. However, that is going to be turned off. And then it's going to be up to the... I'll probably need an event controller on the station. That when the cargo container's empty, it sets a timer. I'm just about out of oxygen as well. Hope we get back soon. But yeah, so that will sort itself out. So I need a timer on the station, and I need an event controller on the station, and I need the launch one to be in a group. Okay, so everything's all shut down, that's good. And then the event controller is turned on. It's 95, so that should be working, so it should have turned off. Okay, I might need to make it like 100%. 99. Because it's too efficient. That triggers that. Oh, is that even turned on? No, it's not even turned on. That's probably the problem. Okay, so when that battery's fully recharged, it will trigger this. That will start repeating. Okay, so we'll just let that do its thing for a while. Just check that the launch is turned off. Okay, it's turned off, so that's not going to work, I hope. oxygens. Right. So, what did I say I needed? I needed a timer and an event controller. So that when this cargo container is... I mean, I wonder if it'll stay linked if I use the ones that are on this. Hmm. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'll put one on. It'll be fine. Where am I going to put it? Where am I going to put it? I sort of haven't had them out in the open, but I might have to. Should be reconnected, hopefully. Just watching. I think I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Okay. Sorry about that. Didn't miss anything. Okay, so we'll put in a... I'll put in a timer block here. Like so. No stuff. There we go. That'll do. It's going to be timer, launch drone. No, it's going to be ice container empty check. Okay, that's cool, and 10 seconds is fine on that. Well, actually, no, I'll make it 30 seconds as well. Okay, and now we just need to put an event controller somewhere. So many places, but none suitable. Maybe somewhere in here. So many fishies. Hey, fishies. I do like it in here. What's behind that? Okay, so that's just a block. It's even on the inside. Okay. We'll put it in there, shall we? Right. Unless we actually put it out. No, we'll put it in here. Interior plates. I shall go find some of those. It's not out. I do get lost in this place. Probably don't need those bulkheads, but, you know. Okay, and that's going to be event controller. What was the name of this? This container empty check. Okay, cargo filled. And this wants to be... Shall we go outside and do it, shall we? So we know what we're talking about. There's an exit here. Whoa! Death doors. Okay. So this container here. Event controller. This container is empty. When it's less than 25%. So when it's less than 25%, I want to start... Where is it? Oh, it's one of these ones. Start... That one. Start, and when it's over 25, I want it to stop. So when it's full, I want that timer to stop. And that timer, which is this one here, setup actions, I want that to start itself, and I want it to trigger the launch to ice mine. Turn on the launch to ice mine, which should turn off once it's launched. Launch to ice mine. Hopefully it turns itself off. Don't think it does, but that's what we want. We want it to turn off. Launch to ice mine. Turn off. Okay, so how it should work is when it docks, this timer, the event controller will turn on. So that's currently on, and the battery's at 94%. What? What's it gone down? It is on recharge, isn't it? No, it's on auto again. Why is it on auto? And that's off stockpile. I don't understand. I almost need to turn off when it docks. So docked fuel depot. Setup actions. It needs to turn off the programmable block. Off. That's on recharge. That's on stockpile. Okay. And then when it launches, launch to ice mine, setup actions, we probably need to put it before that. So we'll remove the lights, put that turn on, put the lights in this slot. Okay, so when it's recharged, when the battery's recharged, then it should trigger this, which is working. And what this now does is this basically checks, this will try and trigger the launch. Okay, every 30 seconds it's going to try and launch. But that's not going to work because the launch is turned off. And the launch is turned off because the event controller for the ice, which is on the station, isn't it? Event controller ice empty. When it is below 25%, then less than or equal to, so it's not working at the moment. then it will start that, stop that. Okay, so now if I change this to less than, it should actually turn on the launch, which it's not, because it only started it. Where's the other timer? Start on. Okay, why did that not trigger it? Ice vent controller. Oh, because I haven't linked a container, that's why. Ah, I knew that. So we just need to link the container. So assuming this container is empty, that timer will be saying, yep, launch. Or trying to launch. Hang on, before we do that, let's just figure out what it's meant to do. Original recharge. Launch. That's not what I want. Batteries on recharge. So this one. So actually, this should be recharge check. Trigger now. No, it doesn't want to trigger now. It wants to turn it on. And then it'll be the ice one that will try and trigger it. And that will try and trigger it. So every 30 seconds it'll try and trigger. Yeah, or 10 seconds or whatever it is. Okay, so now if we link that up, so that'll try and trigger, so it should be... Okay, it's on. Okay, that's cool. And we just need to link up the event controller with the container, which is... none of those. What's it called? Container special? Fuel depot special? Yeah, that's the one. Nice. So we know which one it is. Okay, and let's try that again. Ice. So now that should actually start that timer. Which it's probably not, but we'll just start it now, see what happens. Yep. Cool, and that's whatever that was doing. Yeah. So when the battery's recharged, the launch timer will turn on. When the cargo container is empty, it will try and launch. And it's going to try it now, I think. There we go. There we go. I think it's working. Sort of, kind of. So now hopefully this will just work autonomously. But yeah, so that's the thing. So it will fly down by itself. It will connect to the drills. The drone will provide the power for the drills and the pistons and the rotor. Drilly, 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 chug, 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 fill, 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 yum, yum, yum. When the cargo containers are full, it will then undock and fly back. Drills turn off. When it docks up the top, Izzy's will empty of the ice. It will recharge. When it recharges, it will try and launch. It will turn on the launch. and assuming that ice cargo container is empty, the event controller that looks at that will try and activate the launch. So yeah, so those are the criteria that we need for it to go for another run, is it needs to be fully charged and that ice container needs to be empty. And if there's any ice on the station that's not in an O2 generator, it should be in that container. So that's how it works. And yeah, Pam is the answer. So I will repeat my statement from earlier. You can quote it, make it a ringtone, whatever you want. Everybody was right. Chat was right. YouTube comments were right. Everybody was right. Pam was the way to go. I was wrong. And I don't know if you're still here, Captain Obvious, but thank you for all your help. That's got me on the right track. Otherwise, I think I'd be probably half an hour behind where I am now. So that's good. These going to fill up. Let it fill up both cargo containers. So it's going to have to make, this is 20,000. So it's pretty much going to have to make 2 trips just to fill up that cargo container. So there's quite a bit of capacity in it. Yeah, but it'd be interesting to see how this goes. So as I say, I want to be able to go to another planet, another part of the system, and this just to work. And yeah, it's really just a bit of a learning thing as well, you know, to try and get these things, trying to get some automatic stuff happening. And yeah, oh, see, it didn't do the second one. That's annoying. That might just need a restart, but that's, yeah, that's the thing. But anyway, these are a lot less fuel hungry than, well, Pam is a lot less fuel hungry, that's for sure. What does it actually say on that screen? Yeah, so when we go back this time, it should only have to basically recharge, and then it will probably head off again. That's my prediction. Because I don't even know what the... Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll jump off. And we'll go ahead of it, and we'll just see what happens. And then yes, it's nearly 11 o'clock, so once this gets on its way back down, I think we'll call it there. But yeah, no, this was a good call to do it as a stream. I am very happy I decided to do that. It was just whether I could fit it in, and I did manage to fit it in. I actually had quite a bit of the afternoon, and so I only finished gobbling down my dinner about like a minute before I had to start the stream. And I'm not unhappy that I did the stuff I did with the remote controls. I did get them working in regards to the bug that is a thing at the moment. So I managed to overcome that, but they just didn't work. I mean, that was plain and simple. They just need to stay level. But, you know, I think I could probably do something if I was using... Well, no, you need planetary gravity. Anyway, I tried it. I know it doesn't work that well. We know how good Pam is now, so you know I do not have any unanswered questions left, you know, like in regards to the remotes and things. I tried them, it's been a while now, I've tried them again, still all broken. Ugh, which is sad. Look at that, 73%, 26. Why have you only got 26? And you've got 73. Maybe you had none and you had some to start with. Yes, you got 26 as well. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so this will do quite a few runs, I would say. I don't know how we're going for power. So potentially, I mean, fully depleted 15 hours. That's not too bad at all. Yeah, so that's that. So I guess next time, in the next few... Oh, there it is. Oh, that's real cool. Okay. I'm liking that. We'll just see if that takes off. Yeah, so I think next time we need to go and find some more encounters, because, yeah, this is not a base that I'm taking with me. This stays here. This is where I wanted to work on this. get this thing working autonomously. But this is not coming with me. I'm going and I'm leaving this behind, and it'll be here to come back to if I need to refuel, which I probably don't. I've gone to all this work and I'll probably never come back to refuel. But I do want to put more fuel tanks in, so we've got 3 at the moment. I really want to put another, at least 3, probably another 6, so 9 in total. Yeah, so that's the thing. Oh, and off it goes. Alright, so that's worked, because this is empty, so that's exactly right. Yeah, so that's real cool. Right. Yeah, so job done. Almost my bedtime. So that's going to be where I'm going to leave it. Thanks everybody for joining me today and all your encouragement and all those good things. And yeah, just in the series in general, thanks for everybody while I've got you watching the Find the Factorum, because I know there is heaps of content out there at the moment, so I do appreciate that people are watching mine. Yeah, so, and as I wasn't really intending on jumping on the Factorum bandwagon, but that's kind of what happened. So yeah, so yeah, as I say, next time we'll go find some things. We'll take the bison out and yeah, go find some stuff, encounters. Should we just, where are we? Oh yeah, look, we're in the right place. Make sure it lands down here. Oh, but that's so good, so good. We'll just watch it land, make sure it works, and then while it's refilling, I'll save the game and close it. So yeah, finding the ancient astronauts on Sunday. See, why can't remotes do that? Why can't remotes and AI do that? Best not think about it. Alright. Thanks everybody. We'll catch you again next time.